Hello everyone, I'm Abasu, and today we are discussing about one of the most important thing, which is security of industrial automation and control system, which we can also say security of IACS. So in this course, we are referring to a standard which is ISA IEC 62443. So this is a very good standard which has in a detail give the description how we can look into the security of industrial automation and control system, which is not so mature as we are having the security of IT systems. So this comes under the cyber security, but cyber security and we talk about it as an somehow as an operational security, that is OT, operational technology security. So let's go forward to understand more about what is this organization and how it asks us to help build the security, and we'll also discuss with one example how we can look into implementing the secure this secure security of IASC to using this standard. So let's go forward. So let's firstly understand what is ISA and IEC. So it stands for initially the ISA 99 committee considered IT standard and practice for the use in the IACS, that is industrial automation and control system. So, however, it was soon found that this was not sufficient to ensure the safety, integrity, reliability, and security of an ISCS. So, then there were two organizations. One is ISA, which is stand for International Society of Automation, and IEC, which is International Electrotechnical Commission. They jointly come into to address this issue, address the need to improve the cyber security of IACS. So the goal of ICA and EIEC 62443 series is to improve the safety, reliability, integrity, and security of industrial automation and control system using a risk-based, methodological, and complete process throughout the entire life cycle. So this is what we are going to see about this, how we can improve safety, reliability, integrity, and security of industrial automation and control system by using this standard. So let's go forward to understand what is its scope. The scope of this series is security of industrial automation and control system. So we can define IACS as a collection of personal hardware, software, and policies involved in the operation of industrial processes that can affect or influence its safe, secure, and reliable operation. So ISN includes more than just technology that comprise a control system. It also includes people and work processes needs to ensure the safety, integrity, reliability, and security of control system. So here we also have a triad. Triad consists of security triad. It consists of people, process, and technology. So basically, but if we look into the IT security, we do focus on as a triad which talks about uh, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. But if we are looking out the security of IACS, it's also looking into the safety of the people, which is very important. So this is a topmost priority when we are talking about the security of IACS. So what is the objective of that? This particular framework objective is security management, how we can manage security end to end, security life cycle. So life cycle means from where to start, like securing through design, and then take it forward by monitoring it, the complete end-to-end life cycle. Risk management, how can we identify the risk through threat modeling, and and then how can we mitigate those risks and do the management end-to-end life cycle, access control, how we can control the access of the systems. So here in ISEM, we are not only talking about the IT systems, like if we're talking about the cyber security, we are talking about the access of, I would say, our enterprise applications, our databases, our domains, our elevated access of only those things. Here we are also looking into the access of other things, access of sensors, access of fans and routers, like whatever is the technological thing that can be IoT, that can be OT. So we'll be looking into these additional things, which as the part of IT security, those things as well, but there are additional thing as well. Then the system integrity, system availability. So here, if we are talking about system availability, is the most important. So this is moreover like an organize is a you can talk about a factory where the production is going on. If if there is lag of, or the system is down for half an hour, then it can cause a loss of millions of dollars. So as compared to, if we are talking about the IT system, if it is down for a certain time, the loss is comparatively less, and the probability will take a downtime and do the upgrading and patching is more in that scenario and less in this, because the availability is very important here. Data confidentiality, asset management, and incident management. So all these are the objective of this particular series. So let's come forward. We'll discuss why securing IASC required. So we do understand why the security of cyber security, required. So we are talking about cyber security. We can say why the security of these firewalls, routers, switches, or enterprise applications, uh, and all these things like databases, all these are required. So here let's understand why the security of ISEM is required. ISEM are physical cyber system, and the impact of attack could be severe. The consequence of cyber attack on an ISEM include, but not limited to, and danger of public or employee safety or health, damage to the environment, damage to the equipment under control, loss of product integrity, loss of public confidence or company reputation, violation of legal regulation requirement, loss of proprietary or confidential information, financial loss, impact on entity, local, state, and national security. So many losses can happen. Like let's talk about the loss of the public and employee safety. If there is some equipment which got hacked and it is not performing as it is required. So due to that, if there is some incident happen and some employee or some vendor, or I would say any human got impacted, so it's a danger. Or if we are saying there is an attack in a, I would say, in a nuclear power plant. So if those gases release in the environment, it can be a damage to our environment. So damage of equipment under control, like as we are talking about automobile industry, self-driven car. If somebody hacks those cars, so they'll not be driven as per their logic. Third party will control them. It can cause a major damage, maybe an accident, which can also call a company reputation loss, public confidence on the company, or human life loss. So many things can happen. It can impact product integrity, violation of legal and regulation requirement, financial loss. So all those things can be done. So taking care of this security is as important as we are giving the importance of our IT security. So let's move forward. Let's look into it, how this is different from IT system security. So we should be focusing on them, these things as in together with the IS IT system. So when we are preparing the ISCM, that ISCM documents, I will talk about the IS policies and IS standards. So we should be considering the policies and standards and benchmark related to IACS as well. So what's the difference? This is more predictable failure mode. It's a tighter time criticality and determination. So basically, the downtime is very low for them. It's a very time critical. If there is a lag of you can say 1 minute, it can have a huge impact. There are metros which should not be a second delay. If it is got delay, let's suppose for 10 minutes, it can have a series of delay in everywhere. It can has a huge impact. High availability. It should not be down. More rigorous management of changes. So as the as availability is one of the things, so it's very difficult to do the maintenance of that, or on a time to time basis, doing the upgrade and all those things. Significantly long component lifetimes, so it's a longer lifetime, and the upgraded version are comparatively low. So this is one of the things. And as in the IT security, we are looking at the triad: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So here we have four pillars. The definitely the confidentiality, integrity, and availability, and but most important is safety. So it has four pillars: safety, integrity, availability, and confidentiality. So this is what we wanted to discuss in this session. So and from the next session on, when we'll start discussing about this framework, what is this series, and then how we look into it, how can we implement an organization to make a secure place. Thank you.